Hey pack leaders, this is here with friends, right? Protecting families, protecting pack. I want to do a video on the bot testing I've been doing and my reasoning for doing what I'm doing. So I think the sound barrier that we're trying to break here is to double the account. All right, if I can't double the account, it's kind of no different than kind of buying it and holding it and just kind of like, you know, you put 1,000 in and you make 10% and for the entire year, and great. So you're kind of limited by what you put in, right? You put 100K, then you might make 10,000. You put 1,000, then you make 1,000, and that's not really like a replacement income. That's not going to free you from your job if you're limited by what you put in. I mean, it can't double the account. So if we can double the account, that is the what was that? What would you say? The pinnacle, the criteria, the sound barrier that we need to break to free us from our jobs. And that's the goal I want to go after. I don't want to have a bot that just makes a certain amount based on what you have and just like, like other bots out there, right? I'm here to free you so you can spend time with your kids and replace your income, okay? And in order for me to do that, we got to double the account. And with double the account, there's some power in it, and it's just, I don't think it'll be amazing. Okay, so for me, in order to test, I can double, in a sense, wait a month or 2 months to double the account, and then that's me using 10% of my wallet, maybe only making 2.5% a day. I don't have 2 months to get that kind of result. I need to kind of test big, and I need to have a short amount of time to test, because whether I span it out to 2 months to get my result or I push it down to 2-3 days to double that account more aggressively, then I can get that result, and I can kind of like adjust quicker and kind of manipulate it and kind of learn from it faster, and then make my updates and just get it done quicker. Because then if I can do it in 3 days, then 2 months to double, no problem, right? We just got to scale the wallet down. I have a lower goal, and it's conservative as we can do it. So I am taking more risk, and by risking more, but if I can do that with a small account and the amount that it can double rather quickly, you kind of don't ever need to put more money in. It's just crazy how much you can compound, right? So just based on knowing that, I can see that goal ahead of time, and then test that way. So I was kind of listening to my book that I created. I was like, no more than 30%, and all this other stuff. Where I was like, oh man, I should probably go back to I need to, but I don't want to wait that long to test. So I don't want to wait a week. Like I'm more like, hey, I only probably got the discipline of like 2 to 3 days before I start tweaking stuff again. So if 2 to 3 days doesn't double, hey, then we got to switch it out. All right. So anyways, so far I think we're almost there. We're able to double the account. I was able to not double the account. We haven't done it yet. Well, actually, we have done it before, but we did take more risks. Okay, so right now, this is pretty conservative. We were able to achieve 25% in 1 day, and this was off a $50 account. So I think we made $15 on a $50 account. And here's this is the one right here. So I'm keeping it small. So even though I lose 90%, whatever, it's kind of all part of it. Let's go to BTC here. Oh, this is closer. Yeah, so $50, made $14 out of that 50, so we're up to 75. So that's about almost a third ish, in terms of 25% of the account. And so far, let me see. It's I mean, not to brag, but I thought that was kind of impressive myself. I think we've come a long ways. From me getting stressed out trying to trade manually to a bot that's able to pull 25% in a day, which is on a sideways action. You're on the way for a big old move or anything like that, and then be done and sit out. Even though you trade more, you could probably end up losing it the rest of the day. So actually working harder isn't as effective if you somehow do good and all of a sudden you get to this bad harmony and end up losing it and giving it all back anyway, right? So it's just nice to be able to wake up 7 hours later and like, hey, 25% per day, we're done. Yeah, let's go party, kind of thing. So, so with this, I was doing the compounding on it, I can then, in a sense, with 50 bucks at 25% a day, which is quite crazy. Calculate that. 1 month. 50 grand in a month, right? It's low. All 50 bucks, which is kind of crazy. So starting right here, $62, and so we're up to 78 right now. After 1 day, we made about 14 bucks. So 70 something. I'm a little higher. I think I started with 60 bucks and then 50 bucks or so, whatever. So in about 3 days, I should get a double. So that way it can give me an ability to kind of test it faster and say, hey, 2-3 days, boom, was it too risky? Did I make it? And then on top of that, once I double it, then it's just crazy after that. 2 days later, quadruple it, and then after that, quadruple that, you know, and then within a month, it's just, once you get over this 1,000 mark, it's just more than enough that we need to sustain and just like, hey, we're just making about $1 grand a month now. Oh no, that's total. And we're making 250 bucks a month now, a day, I mean, and then just onwards from that point, it's just like, you know, crazy, right? So I mean, I've had, you know, 1,000 in there, a couple thousand there, but yeah, you know, when it gets too risky, you end up losing more than half of it, and it's just whatever, right? So if I can grow this small account quite aggressively and it works, I can scale that back down to like something more conservative. We can throw more money at it, and you know, it should, in a sense, scale even better, a little less risky in a sense, and not have to you know, wait that long to get my test results. Say, okay. So we are I don't know. I'm just, you know, pushing it real aggressively right now. I've had a few days where I did double and triple, and then 1 day just boom, knocks everything down. So we kind of put those, we learned from that, put the proper trailing stops behind it, and it looks like, you know, as it goes sideways, we're gonna get a lot of, you know, it's gonna fake out, and we exit so that we can ride this, but doesn't, comes back down, and we're just gonna have to ride the fake outs. So even though I get faked out, we do get frustrated on sideways sometimes when it does big old pumps and dumps. And then it starts taking losses on the sideways, and then we're like, oh man, let me just go ahead and expand it and just reset the trailing stop loss so that we can not be in this fake out. But then when the big move comes up and it really isn't a fake out, then you're taking way bigger losses way faster, and it just clears the account like 60% or more. So now it's just to understand that, hey, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get the fake outs, but those fake outs are tiny. Maybe you might lose 20%, 10%, 30%, whatever. I mean, you're gonna lose maybe about 5 to 10% per fake out, you know, depending how many times it fakes out. But those are way smaller in the long run compared to the big old move that's moved so fast, so quick, that we can't get out fast enough to do that and then ride that wave up to recover everything back. Okay. So I've done them both. I've tried them both. I've got killed on both sides. I've got killed here, killed there. But it's just the math kind of eventually says, hey, get the fake outs. Just take them. Don't get frustrated. Don't change anything. Take the fake outs and bank it until it starts to move, and you're gonna be able to ride that bigger wave up and be all right. Now there will be big waves that will hit your 25%. That's where you need to get out. Because you keep riding that and it just slams down as a pump and dump, that big of a thing, then it could just clean you out quite fast too. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. You want to get access to the trade about secrets, it's in the link below. You know, it's almost there, I'd say. I mean, I think it's we were like, you know, trying to earn 2.5% per day back in the day. Now we're earning 25% to like 30%, just like within like a short amount of time. We are taking more risk, okay? So, but with a smaller amount that can then, you know, with just 50 bucks, if it is successful, that 50 bucks right there, 50 bucks, $62 turns into something crazy pretty fast, right? So this is what I have to kind of motivate me each and every day. I was like, hey, you know, it's a small number, but wow, just think about, you know, how much you're throwing at it, right? 10,000 earnings, 50 total. Oh, this is per day. Yeah, so you start earning 1,000 per day, 2,000 per day, 4,000, 5, 10,000 a day, and then it just adds right up to 50. And then after that, too much, it's just it's unfathomable sometimes. But just like, what? right? And I think it's gonna break down somewhere where the market cap's not gonna be able to sustain all that, and we'll probably have to bottom out, top out. But all the while, we need to start pulling out into US dollars. I would take 10% out of that earning if we achieved it, to push that out, kind of put it safe, because if we get that big old half 60% knocked out, then yeah, you're gonna lose a big bunch, but at least you kind of like tucked it away, and it's easier to recover on, right? All right, we talk to then. See ya.